Guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I'm doing all right. It's kind of cloudy here today. Thank goodness. We've had such horrific heat here and it's so dry. It's just crazy. Some parts of the United States are, getting flooded. Wyoming, North Central. People are, getting way too much rain. Y'all send it here to us. We need it. We need the rain. And I know California could use the rain too. They've been in a dry spell for a long time, and I heard some weatherman say their dry spell was going to last till 2025. So they got 3 more years. Oh my gosh! I hope that doesn't happen here. We had some rainfall. I think one day when I was recording, it started raining really hard, but it only lasted a couple of minutes, and it's been dry ever since. So anyway, so are you guys watching the hearings? It got postponed. I'm like, oh my gosh, why is it being postponed? I was looking forward to watching it. Now we have to wait till tomorrow. But the information that I'm getting, and this is how I feel, and this is what I'm getting, is that not only is it being postponed, it is very political the way that they're doing it. It's very political, but they're doing this to keep the narrative going, okay? To keep it going in the news cycle as long as possible. So that's what's going on here. They're postponing it. And of course they're saying they need to, they're working on things and still getting things together. Hello, it's been over a year. You've had a year and a half. But anyway, and also they're giving us time to digest everything that we've learned already. Okay, so we're digesting that, and then we're hearing it over and over and over, so solidifying it in our minds. Okay, and what they're trying to do, if you guys watch the hearing or not, I don't know, but this is what I got from it. First, um, they're trying to prove that Trump knew that he had lost the election. He knew he was going to lose, and he knew that he lost. And he knew that from many, many different sources that were very close to him that were working in the White House. Also, Rudy Giuliani was drunk election night giving Trump advice. He was there at the White House drunk. Many people saw him. Um, also, that Trump tried to say that the Dominion voting machines were all rigged. We've heard that over and over and over. And Barr told him that is not true. That's not true. Um, there's no facts to back that up. And I don't know. There was a report that came out that had no credentials or evidence, and Barr was talking about this report that was brought to his attention, and he looked at it and followed up with it and everything, and they had no credentials to make that kind of report, and they had no evidence to support their findings also that there was any problems with the machines at all. So it was all hogwash. And Trump would not listen to reason. He didn't want to hear anything that indicated that he lost the election. He rejected everything. Every time he would ask, well, what about this? What about that? And they would answer, that's been, um, I guess vetted, and it's untrue. It's untrue. So there were no illegal votes cast. And then on December 14th, Barr quit. All the counselors, close to Trump were telling him um, any allegations about voter fraud was untrue. Everybody told him that. And he just wouldn't hear it. Okay. He didn't care. He wanted to stay in power no matter what. Even the election attorneys there were telling him the election was secure. You lost, dude, you lost. They even told Pence that they didn't find any voter fraud, and Pence knew it too. So all Trump's allegations were investigated, and he was told they were all untrue and false. They don't pan out. But Trump ignored all the advice he got and still, continued with his false claim that the election was stolen. And what did he do? He swindled his supporters by asking them to donate to his defense fund for a stolen election. And that money went straight into Trump's pocket. You know, um, there's the laws, the way they're structured, they can do that. So it's not like he did something illegal, but immoral, you know? And I don't know if his supporters will ever hold him accountable for anything, even swindling money from them. I don't know. These people, they support Trump no matter what he does. And the next thing is, what about DeSantis running for president? So DeSantis is, I feel like he's kind of waiting to see what happens with Trump. But I did pull some cards and I want to do a little reading on DeSantis. So, anyway, that's what I got from the January 6th hearing. I was really excited to hear more. And then, boom, they postponed it. So, we'll have to wait till tomorrow, I guess, until we hear a little bit more about what else that they have to tell us, that he's an immoral, corrupt president. Well, we knew that. And I don't know, they're trying to convince his supporters that he's immoral and corrupt. They don't care. They don't care that he's immoral and corrupt. They really don't care. And it's terrible. It's really terrible. You guys may have heard that we had an election here. It was in the South Texas Congressional District. A Republican was voted in. And this was a special election because the Democrat that was there decided to get a job in the middle of his term as with an attorney's firm. He's an attorney, so he took a job with a firm, become an attorney again. Hello, Democrats need you, jackass. Thank you. So now they voted in a Republican, but this is temporary. People are really busy in the summertime and not a lot of people go vote. So the vote will be different in November. So we have a Republican serving for the South Texas Congressional District for the next few months. Um, that's just the way it goes. But they really think that it will go back to the Democrats. I haven't done a reading on that, but when the November vote comes out, they're predicting that Vincent Gonzalez, a Democrat, will win. I hope he does. So it's temporary, you guys. So I know you probably heard about that. It's just temporary. Okay, so I'm going to do a little reading on DeSantis. Number one, is he going to run for president? Now, everybody's been saying that he will. Let's just take a look and see if he's going to run. So that would mean probably that President Trump would not be running. The Chariot. So that's the first card he gets. So yes, this is about traveling and campaigning. So that's what he's going to be doing. He's going to be traveling all around and campaigning very soon. So it looks like, yes, he's going to run. I got Two of Wands. He hasn't let the world know his decision quite yet, but it looks like to me he's going to run. So he'll be announcing it very soon, I'm sure. The last card I pulled on this little question here was the Hanged Man. He's just waiting around to see what's going to happen to Trump. If he's going to get indicted or if Trump's not going to run, he's just waiting. He's biding his time and waiting, and then we'll hear from him. Okay? So that's what I'm getting. So I think he's going to run, yes. He's just waiting to see what happens with Trump. But I do believe he'll run. All right, next question. So he's going to run. Will he win the primary? Let's just take it one step at a time, okay? So is he going to win his primary when he runs? Ace of Swords. I think he's going to emerge as the winner. Yeah. He's going to cut through all the other candidates and emerge as a winner. That's what I think this means. Uh, Six of Wands. Republicans love him, and he has a lot of support. He's very much like Trump, and they'll just, when Trump steps aside, all the Republicans are going to fall in line with DeSantis. They like him a lot. They really do. He's very Trump-esque. Knight of Swords. So, DeSantis is a very determined man, and he has been working towards this goal for a long time. He's a very ambitious man. He'll do anything, to become president. He will. So, yeah, I think I think he'll win the primary, the Republican primary. All right. So, will he become president? Now, we're taking a really long, far look into this, but I'm getting this is Queen of Swords. There will be a woman that will make a difference here. Women are going to vote in droves, young and old. So, women are going to make it very difficult for him to become president. I think that's what this is. And then I get the Strength card, and I think women will come into power. Okay, women are going to determine this election for sure, for sure. And the last card that I pulled is the Empress card. And this is feminine energy here. So it doesn't look like DeSantis becomes president. This could be a female president, you guys. At least it is a woman that's going to change the trajectory that DeSantis is on. Okay. So this is either a woman that changes everything or a woman that gets elected. Okay, so we have that female, compassionate, nurturing energy, which we need right now in the United States. That's what we need. Um, and this could be a sign of giving birth to a new president, which would be a female. Wouldn't that be wonderful? That would be really wonderful. But I do think what I'm getting here, these are all female cards. All females are going to make a difference, big difference. Now, if females don't like DeSantis, he's out, and especially if he's going to, vote with all the other Republicans and how Trump did, he's crossing the females, and they're not going to have it. They're just not going to have it. I don't think he'll become president. Of course, there's free will. We'll look at that. Okay. Now for a little bit of chit chat, y'all. I haven't talked to you in a while. We have African dust here, so it's cloudy and dusty. Sinuses are going crazy. It's very gloomy and not very nice. I'll be glad when this all blows off. But we're getting all that African dust right now. The only good thing is it's very cloudy, so it kind of keeps the temperatures down a little bit. All right, next thing is I've had a few problems here lately. Little problems that we've overcome, but I do a lot of cooking here. Y'all know I got my grandsons living with me, so I have to make sure they have a meal every night. And even if I didn't have to cook for them, my husband, he requires food constantly. I cook a lot. I cook almost every day, you guys. Almost every day. If I'm not cooking, he's cooking. So, but I cook at least 5 or 6 times a week for sure. My stove went out. I have, this is the third stove I've had in this home. We've been here for 21 years. I've had 3 stoves. So I've burned out 3 stoves. I'm on my third one. Is it my third? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, third one. So, my glass cooktop, the burner had gone out at one point, and Johnny fixed it for me. And he was cooking one day, and I don't know, it shorted out or something, and it got real hot, and the whole glass top cracked. I mean, it cracked really bad. Not just one little crack, it cracked this way, that way, it cracked all over. But the burner was still working. I'm like, well, hell, it still works. I'm going to use it. So I kept using it even though it was cracked. And then the glass was actually falling in. There was actually a little hole. And then the burner went out completely. I have 3 other burners though, but that's my favorite burner. I'm left-handed and I like the burner on the left side. So that's like my go-to burner. So I was like, okay, we got to fix this. Either we order a new glass top for it or we buy a new stove. And since the last stove that we bought, that was a used stove, and my husband was saying, well, we just need to get a brand new stove. And I'm like, okay, fine. We go to Home Depot and we're looking at the stoves. You know, the cheapest stove is like 700 bucks for the cheapest stove. And it was a little small, and I'm like, not really feeling it. I don't know. I don't want that stove. Let's go to Best Buy and look at stoves too. Best Buy's in San Antonio. We live here in Little Bulverde. So and I'm still thinking, maybe I could find a secondhand stove, but we'll go take a look at Best Buy anyway. They did have a stove that I liked at Home Depot a whole lot that was on sale. It was like $850 on sale, and I really liked it. I was leaning towards that. So we're going to Best Buy. You guys, we're going down Highway 281. I mean, Traffic City there. There is something in the middle of the road. I think it was a rake or something that fell off a landscaping truck. We could not avoid it. It was in our lane. We could not avoid it. There's cars all over the place. My husband tried to maneuver away from it, but he still ran over part of it. It blew out our tire. I mean, big time. He has a Mercedes. We were in his Mercedes. So he pulls over to the side. I mean, cars are coming so fast, you guys. It's so scary. He pulled up a little ways and found a little bit wider place to pull up that had a little bit of grass on the side so we could pull in a little closer, and we felt a little safer. But, so my husband said, I'm going to change the tires. No big deal. I'll get out and change the tires. So I get out to help him. And he's got this little tiny jack. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Mercedes has this little tiny jack, and you have to jack it up right at the trim. Well, something had happened when that whatever struck that, it hit part of that the little place where it goes, and the trim and everything is cracked and broke. And we could not get that jack to stay in the place that it was supposed to be because the trim was broke and everything. It was broke right there, right at the place where we needed to jack it up. It's a little divot. Could not do it. It would not jack up the car, and the trim was just, I mean, it was just ripping apart. It was terrible. So we called AAA because, my husband always has AAA. We called them. Oh my gosh, you guys, they told me they would be there in 1.5 hours. It was 109 degrees in the car. So we start the car up, turn on the air conditioner, and we're like, okay, we're going to wait for a long time. But sometimes it doesn't take as long as they say. We've had it before where they say they're going to take a little bit longer and they don't. Then the guy that's supposed to be coming to help us calls me and says, AAA's called me to come out there. Where are you? I give him all the directions, exactly where we're at. And he says, well, we're not allowed to change tires on the freeway, on the highway. We can't do that. I'm like, why would AAA send you out if you can't change my tire? And he said, we're going to send a tow truck. We're going to tow you to a safe area and then we'll change your tire. I'm like, fine, whatever you're going to do, just do it. We're sitting ducks here. Okay, so we're waiting. I get off the phone with the guy. I'm not telling you, 5 minutes later, there is a lighted truck behind our car. Somebody pulls up right behind our car, and I'm like, wow, that was fast. Good, they're here. Yay. And it's TxDOT worker. TxDOT has a program in Texas called it's called something Heroes. I don't know, a hero program. It's called the Heroes program. I think that's what it's called. And they go and help stranded motorists. And it's with TxDOT. It's a TxDOT truck. He's got the light on and everything. It wasn't a tow truck. We thought it was, but it's not. It was this big old truck, had all kinds of, emergency supplies on the truck. He had a hydraulic jack that he put under the car, boom, lifted it up. And I'm telling you, he had, everything. He had that tire put back on in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. He changed our tire in 5 minutes. And my husband was trying to give him $20, give him a tip. He said, oh, thank you so much. Thank you. We were so appreciative of him. And he said, no, I cannot take any tips. I cannot take any money. And he said, I'm being filmed. I have, he said, we film everything. There's and I cannot take any money. Please don't put, my husband was like, stuff it in his pocket, and he was like, I can't take it. So anyway, we were on our way, and we did not make it to Best Buy. We felt like that was something stopping us from going to Best Buy, but we were there for a little while, you know, and now we had a little donut on our car. We had to go to Discount Tire, get a new tire. But my husband also had that protection on his tires, so he got a new tire for $19. So everything turned out good. Everything turned out good. If you're ever on a Texas highway and you're broke down, it's the Heroes program, TxDOT Heroes program. They will bring you gas. They will jump your car. You know, they'll do anything to get your car started. They will not charge you anything, anything at all. And you can just call TxDOT Hero program. You look at it on your phone, and they will help you. And there was another car. We went like not even half a mile down the road, down the highway before the next exit. There was another car stopped on the side of a van, a minivan. And I'm like, oh, well, he's going to go help them too. They're lucky. So, hey, anyway, that's my story. Now, we did end up with another stove. I got a stove, you guys. So, this is so weird. That night, and this was yesterday, day before yesterday, I was looking at my phone and I was looking at Facebook Marketplace, and this stove had just been put on within an hour. They had just put it on. They sold me this stove for $100, you guys, and it was pretty close to our house. It was about 20 minutes away from us, you know, not too far. $100. This stove, it looks in great shape. It looks a lot better than my stove, and of course, everything works. I used it last night. I baked some biscuits this morning for the boys. Everything works perfectly for $100. Can you believe it? Now, we had to go pick it up and bring it in ourselves. That was the only thing, but with a dolly, that was no problem. My husband, you know, put the electric cord on it that we needed and everything. So I got a stove, y'all, for $100. Everything happens for a reason. And you can look at that and say, "Oh my gosh, we had a flat tire. That was horrible. We were put in that position." But we probably saved, you know, $700. So hey, thank you. Thank you for slowing us down and not letting us buy that other stove. So this stove, even if it works for 3 or 4 years, whatever, I expect it to last a lot longer than that, but it's going to be worth it, $100. It would have cost more than that to order another cooktop, you know. Okay, guys, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I hope you guys are faring well and staying out of the heat. Hopefully, you know, not getting too much rain either. It's not good having any kind of too much of anything, right? Oh, I wanted to tell y'all one other thing. My guides gave me some new instructions how to turn up the heat on healing. And I think it's working very, very well. So if anybody would like to receive a healing from me, I'm not a doctor and I'm not replacing any kind of medical care for you, but if you would like to be included in a healing session, I would be happy to do that for you. There's no charge. You can just email me. My email will be left down below. If you'd like to be added to the healing session, let me know. I love to do those. And along with what I'm already doing, I have a way to turn up the heat, as that's how it was presented to me. You need to turn up the heat, girl. So I'm going to do that for everybody. I'm going to turn up the heat. You know, as I'm going along, I learn more and more and more. I have to remember to ask more questions and, you know, just be open to more and more information. Okay. And when you receive healing, it's very important for you to accept it, to believe it, and to trust it. Now, that doesn't mean to not go to your doctor's appointment or just give up on whatever you're doing. That means trust that you'll be healed, trust that your body can heal itself, trust yourself. You know, the more that you can believe, the better the healing will be for you. Okay. And really, you don't even need me for this. You could do it yourself with your own belief system. The way that the way that this works, this is what my spirit guides told me, and it's so funny how they tell me things. They said, what you believe, your belief system, okay? It's like this. When when I say is a rose red colored? Are roses red colored? Are they blue colored? You know what I mean? And you would maybe automatically say, well, roses are red. But is can a rose be blue colored? Can it be? Have you ever seen a blue colored rose? Maybe some of you have, maybe some of you haven't. But a rose can be blue. It's just that you haven't really seen it and accepted it, and you don't trust that that's true because and you don't have that perception of it. So that's kind of the way that they showed it to me. Like your perception of things is your belief system. Okay. So if your perception is, I need to go to the doctor, I need to do what he says, then that's probably the best thing for you, right? But if you want to believe something else, you'll have to work on it, and accept the truth and try to change your perception of things, the way that you're looking at things, um, and fill in any dark places with light. Okay, just and offer prayers of gratitude. Just let the light in, let the light in, and be thankful. Any time that you feel like absent of light, which means anytime that you feel like uh, you can't trust, let the light come upon you, and you have to learn to trust and believe in yourself, believe in your body. Your body has ability to repair itself, but you really have to get in touch with all your cells and talk to your cells, talk to your body. Also, your Akash, you have to really speak to your Akash and let your Akash know that you want to, you know, release whatever is bothering you and not to keep it with you anymore, to dismiss the things that aren't working. That's, you have to talk to your Akash about that and just change what is bothering you. Okay. What's giving you trouble and giving you illness. Just filter out your Akash. All right, guys. So let me know if you need anything. I'm here for you. I'm ready to do some readings. I have been working all week, and I'd love working for you guys. I love answering your questions and helping with you and working with you. I love it so much. Thank y'all very much for all your comments. And if you'd like me to do a reading on somebody, let me know, okay? If you have some questions, I'll go through the comments and try to answer the questions for the next time I make a video, okay? So comments for the next video. I'll be watching and filtering through them and trying to get them together and answer your questions, okay? All right, guys, love you so much. Y'all take care. If you need anything, please email me. I love y'all so much. And do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Bye for now. Y'all take care.